Well, pow! Hi guys, my name is Dominic Raffini. I've been playing the guitar for a long time now, and I'm going to teach you the basics of how to play the guitar. So, this is your guitar. Let's hope you have one right now. We got the fretboard, we got the pickups, we got the 6 strings. We got low E, A, we got D, we got G, B, E. Those are your strings. Next thing you gotta know, the frets. Each of these little spaces between these middle bars are called frets. You got the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and so on. You make a note by playing the string here and moving your fingers over here. Change the note. That's a simple. But I'm hoping you already know that. I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna need as a guitar player when you're writing songs. So, for me, the most versatile chords you can learn. I could teach you how to do open chords, the D, G, all that. Those are called open chords that have open strings in them. They're pretty easy to play, which I'll probably teach you some of those. But I want to teach you bar chords first, because bar chords are going to be your main tool for making your own music, and that's what we're here for. So I'm going to teach you simple major bar chords. So the first step to finding a bar chord is finding your root. So we're going to root. Well, you might be asking, what is a root? A root is the lowest note of the chord, and it's where you'll base the entire rest of the shape of your fingers, the shape you make on the fretboard, I mean. So let's just root it on the 3rd fret, right? 3rd fret, low E string. Low E string, 3rd fret. So that's the root right there. My finger's there. Press down, make the note. Got the first note within the chord. See, a chord is comprised of a few notes, and so to make a chord, you start adding on more strings, more notes. So we're going to add on our next note, which is on the 5th fret, A string. This is called a power chord. This is actually a good thing to know. You can use this for a lot of things, any genre, punk, rock, whatever. It's good stuff. You can go like, that's brain stew. But yeah, so you can pretty much move. That's the beauty of the guitar right here. Some wisdom. You have this shape. You're like, oh wow, that's a cool shape, but what can I do with it? Like, there's only one chord. Well, check this out. No way. You can just move it anywhere. You can even move it down a string. It's just, the only thing you got to keep track of is the distance between the frets that you're pressing and the strings you're pressing. So that's the beauty of the guitar. You have a shape of the guitar chord and you just move it around anywhere you want. All that. So yeah, that's the first. That's a power chord. You can use that for a lot of things. So let's say I want to write a song. Let's go like, boom. You could use that. Just write your song with that. That's all you got. Okay, now I'm gonna teach you how to do a full major bar chord. So we got these first 2 notes, our power chord, right? We're gonna add on our pinky. We're gonna add our pinky right below the ring finger on the 5th fret. So now we got, sounded pretty full, sounded pretty funky, sounded pretty fresh, right? And then we're gonna add on our middle finger right in between on the 4th fret on the G string and go. So now we got 4 notes in our chord. Now, you might be asking, Dominic, why do they call it a bar chord? Well, a bar chord is barred. And what is barring? Barring is when you put your first finger, right, or any finger, but you take a finger and you press down on the entire fret. So I'm pressing down on the entire fret with my first finger. Pressure down, and know what that does? It gives my bottom strings notes that are different from if they're just open. It sounds cool, but it's not the chord we're looking for. If you press down, you got your G chord. And the beauty of the guitar, you have a G chord here, you move it up a fret, got an A flat major chord, A chord, B flat major chord, B major chord, and you can just do that anywhere. So that's your first shape. Think about the guitar. You can play the same chord and have a different shape. And so it depends on where you're rooting it. So we had it rooted at the E string, the low E string, right? So we had our first finger there, G chord. However, this is also a G chord. If I were to play both of them next to each other, they're the same notes, just an octave higher. So the difference here, as you may notice, the shape is different. And that is because it is rooted on the fifth string, which is the A string. So this is another bar chord. It's a classic shape. You'll use this for the rest of your life. You place your first finger. I'll do it on this. Well, I'm gonna show you C major shape. So you go back down to where you were, the 3rd fret. Throw your first finger on the 3rd fret, A string. Then you're gonna take your ring finger, and then you're gonna bar it on the 5th fret, just like I told you before. Like you were barring with this first chord on the 3rd fret, you're gonna bar on this chord with your ring finger on the 5th fret, and you got yourself another major chord. So with these two shapes, you can come up with a lot of different chord progressions just with those two shapes. You can go. Boom shaka. So right now your fingers are probably hurting. I'm gonna be real with you. You're gonna have to play a lot. Your fingers will get tougher the more you play. I taught you some those chords are more intermediate chords, but they're much more useful for writing your own music. Those power chords will be your friend though. Those are probably a lot easier for you than the bar chords. If you didn't get the bar chords right away, don't worry about it. Just keep practicing. Your fingers will get stronger, it'll become easier and easier. So I'll teach you one song. This song is called Free Fallin' by Tom Petty. So this is using one of those open chords I was talking to you about in the beginning. It's called a D open chord. So these ones are a lot easier because rather than having to bar, it's so hard to bar, you just use your fingers like you're pressing individual notes. Like that. All that stuff. So I'm gonna show you the D shape. You are gonna take your middle finger, put on the high E string on the 2nd fret. Take your ring finger, put it on the B string, 3rd fret. Take your first finger, put it on the G string, 2nd fret. And you strum through, you got a D chord. So you might hear something like this and try playing it. You just gotta press down harder. Press down harder. And on your fingertips, not letting your fingertips go like that. Because if you cover the strings over here, you're not gonna get a note played. So you gotta make sure you're on your fingertips and pressing down pretty freaking hard. And you'll produce a G chord. So that's the first chord of the song. The next chord of the song, take your pinky, little pinky over here, throw it on the 3rd fret, high E string. So you go. 2nd chord of the song. 3rd chord you'll be using, same shape. Remove the pinky, remove the middle finger. Make sure this high E is audible. Make sure this ring finger is on its fingertip and not touching the string. And you play it out. 3rd chord. Now you just put them together. Take your first chord, the D chord, play the 2nd chord, then you're gonna be like, play the 2nd chord again, play the first chord, then the last chord. Together it sounds like. Boom. And so that's pretty much the basics of chords. Just keep practicing at it. There's probably, if you want to look up a song that you like, because if you're learning the guitar, you want to play songs that you like. So look up easy tutorials for the songs that you like, find them on YouTube, practice those ones, and be a blast, man. I think that's it. I mean, I could talk to you about soloing, but I don't think I'm going to.
Play us out.
Play us out.